Jai Shri Krishna, Pranam. I'm in Rajkot now, and it's lovely there. I'm visiting Animal Helpline, which is run by Sri Karuna Foundation Trust. Basically, this is all to do with looking after our fellow living beings on this planet called Earth. We are all together, and usually we look after each other as human beings or our families. But here, it's amazing that how much compassion is being shown to look after other animals like cows, cats, dogs. So let's go inside and we will look at all the activities being carried out here. The beauty of this institution is everything here is done totally free of charge. So if anybody comes here with an injured cow, injured dog, and injured bird, and if the person who brings that animal or bird is not financially capable, this institution does not charge anything. The animal or the bird is taken in shelter, is being looked after. If there are any operations to be carried out, any medicines to be given, everything is provided completely free of charge. So that's the beauty of this place. Obviously, the question arises that how can they do everything free? So this institution is completely reliant on donations from well-wishers and donors like yourselves and any other people who are compassionate. So basically anybody with compassion can provide any donation they like, and it's very transparent. Your donation just goes through straight away and is used for these medicines and operations. Any donors who make any donation get the report. They get any videos, photos of the donation, how it's being used. And no donation is small. So there is no limit that only people who pay a lot of money get sort of rewarded. Any small donation, big donation is welcome, and everything is put to 100% use. So let's have a wander around and see what goes on. So firstly, we'll go inside this area, and there are injured animals there. So we will look at what's going on there. This is the place. This is the cage. Couple of cages where the dogs are there. The big dog over there has got injured and was reported here, and it has been operated upon on one of its legs, and it's been provided medicine now. Then it's resting. Whenever it will recover, they will slowly release it to the owner. Again, these are sort of dogs who have lost parents and were picked up from the roads and brought in here. They've been here since they were very small, and as they grow up, they become confident, they turn into proper adult dogs, and they'll be released in the outside zones. Similarly, these are very, very small cubs, and they are being looked after, fed, and provided medicine till they grow up and become self-sufficient, so that they cannot be harmed again, and then they will be slowly released in the wild. Question arises: how do they pick these dogs up? So people like you, me, who are sort of traveling around, if they see animals wandering, we can ring this Animal Helpline. It's a free phone. They also have their own ambulances. They have 8 ambulances, 2 bike ambulances, and all that's required is somebody to call them. And they'll straight away send these ambulances out, pick these dogs up or any animals up, bring them here and provide free medicine and look after them, feed them. And there are a variety of animals here. We have just looked at the dogs. We'll just go around and look at other animals now. It's a wide area, as you can see behind me, and it's been very well divided into various sections. First section we saw was to do with dogs. As we will move along, we'll see other sections where there is cow shelter, where there is bird shelter. So there are a variety of shelters. And let's carry on and now look at the second section. Right. This section has got all the cows who have been injured due to mainly accidents. They could be waiting on railway track, or they could be somewhere on the road and maybe a train comes. It's heavy traffic obviously in India and in Rajkot. So maybe they get injured, and then straight away, as soon as somebody reports, the ambulances pick them up and they are brought here. If there are any operations to be carried out, they are being operated upon by the veterinary surgeon, and then they are left here to rest and recover with the time. Some of the calves are in dire condition, and it looks quite at times scary, but believe me, they are in lot better condition than they were when they were brought here. So now obviously they are being injected, they are being provided medicines, they are being fed. Some of them are quite serious, so they have to be left alone and let them sort of rest and recover. So all these cows have been treated and now are sort of resting. So that's how they are being looked after. It is very much like how a human hospital would be run. There will be beds, there will be people lying around. It may look bad, but they are being looked after, they are being treated. Similarly, all these animals are being treated. Let's move along. Now we'll move on to a special section for dogs. We already had a look at another section where the injured dogs were there. But this section is for the dogs who have got spinal injury. So basically, these dogs they need to be left in a wider area so that they can, because of their back injury, they can move around and then slowly recover like that. They cannot be put in small cages because otherwise their movement will be affected. So this way they can move around, and they are being given medicines. They have been given multivitamin medicines. They have been given injections as well. And they are being left here to rest and roam around freely. Till they get back on their feet, they are left here so they can rest. And once they are back on their feet, then they are taken outside or given to the owners who brought them here. These are the ambulances that are being used by Animal Helpline, Sri Karuna Foundation Trust. There are 8 of these, and believe me, these ambulances run just like our ambulances that run in London or maybe anywhere in the world. As soon as somebody calls them, there are phone numbers here. As soon as somebody calls them, these ambulances will be on the move very quickly. Go there, pick the animals up, and come back straight over here. In this place, there are veterinary surgeons as well. Doctors are here, and as soon as the animals are brought in, they are being looked after. Let's have a quick look at one animal that has just come in. So this is the live representative of the animal that has been brought in. This animal has just come in, and it's been now looked after by the surgeon. This was just brought from outside, and it's been already given treatment. The doctor is injecting the dog, and the treatment is straight away provided. All the necessary care will be taken after the dog has been injected. It's not that it's going to be left to run outside. Once the injection has been given, it will be taken inside. Further treatments will be carried out. Any required medicines will be given. It will be properly fed and then looked after. Till it's completely recovered, it's going to be here. So as how the human beings are treated in our hospitals, these animals are treated with the same care and are being very well looked after. So this is the prime example of a stray animal from outside, comes in here, is being looked after, and it will be kept here. Let's move along to other areas. This is another area for cows. Basically the question arises that how come we have got 2 areas for cows? The first area we saw, their cows were sort of lying down. These were the cows who were not, who could not move very well, who were not mobile, they could not walk on their own. So they were kept there, and they were sort of like spoon fed. So there'll be fodder or grass taken to them, and they'll be fed. Here, these cows are again injured, but these cows are in such a position they are mobile. That, for example, this cow had the horn taken out because of cancer. Now, so it's been treated, but the cow itself is mobile. That's why they are kept here, so they can sort of properly feed on their own. They can move around freely. So these all the cows that are mobile, they are kept here. There are few cows who have got horn cancers, and they have been treated. So those are there. There are few here which were sort of in sort of double standard. So they were mobile, now they are not. So instead of quickly moving them, they are kept here for a while till they get up. And then it's been decided whether they need to be moved over there or kept here. So again, this whole area is for injured cows. All the grass, all the fodder is kept here, and they are being regularly fed as per the information provided by the surgeon. Let's move along now.
Operation theatre.
And this is operation theatre. This is where all the animals are being operated upon. So let's go inside and have a look. We are fortunate already. There is a treatment going on for a dog. So let's have a quick look. This dog maybe has been operated upon already, and it's on drip feed, as we can see. Probably it's medicine or glucose water, something like that. But as we see that it's in critical condition, and how the way humans are treated, the animals are treated here in the same way, and it's probably so weak that it cannot eat, so it's on drip feed. There is another two dogs here. They are again on drip feed. So it's very well organized, and all the drip feed facilities are being provided, just like how it would be for human hospitals. So this is the operation theatre, and this is one of the stages whereby once the operation has been carried out, then they try to get them on their feet. Okay, let's see. This is the section where they have got all the medicines, all the scissors and everything they need for the operation. So this complete section is ready for operations. As soon as any treatment is required, the surgeons are here, doctors are here, and all the medicines is here. So basically there is no time wasted, or there is nothing to run around and look for. Everything is here in one place, and straight away the attention is paid on to what needs to be done. So that's good. Let's move.
Birds.
Birds here. Now we'll go into the bird section. I believe it's
Yeah.
it is here.
Meanwhile,
So now we will go and see the sections whereby, right, there is one section here which is to do with cats. So here the injured cats are kept. Again, these are stray cats who have been picked up from outside. There could be some who have been brought by somebody. Otherwise, they may have been attacked by dogs. They may have been injured due to accidents. And as soon as somebody notices, they call our ambulance, our helpline. That's why it's Animal Helpline. They call our helpline, and somebody from here will go on bike or ambulance, straight away bring them here. They are being given the treatment, and they'll be kept here. They'll be kept separately. As you would have noticed already, they are all kept separately so that there is no tussle, there is no problems amongst animals. So they are kept separately so they can rest on their own, and they are fed regularly and given the medicine. Right, now we are moving into the section of birds. Birds, and there is one rabbit as well. So it's a mixture. This rabbit again was stray, so it's kept here. Otherwise it would have been attacked long time ago if it was outside. So again it's kept here. There is a parrot. This was injured parrot. As it can be seen from one of its wings, it has been probably operated upon in medicine now, and it's been fed. There is cuckoo there, which is again, which has been operated upon. Is allowing now they are allowing it to be rested, and as soon as it's recovered, it will be sort of taken up. There are a couple of tortoises. Again, it's amazing that tortoises have been picked up. They are being treated and looked after here. The main thing here with Animal Helpline, which is run by Karuna Foundation Trust, is that no job is half done. It's not that an animal comes in and being injected and straight away left outside. All the care is taken that they are kept here till they are fully recovered, and everything, for example, the feeding, all the food, all the medicine, anything that needs to be done, bandages, everything is provided totally free of charge till they are fully recovered. So that is the beauty here. That it's not that we are doing sort of any sort of like doing something good, but leaving it just by showing that we have done good. It's not like that. It's done with pure compassion. People who are involved wants to see the job done through, start to finish. It's nothing just like that, just give them some food and let them go. We want to make sure that whichever condition they come in, when they go out, they are fully recovered, they are fully in one piece, and they are able to survive as normal when they go out. So this was the birdhouse, injured birdhouse. There is normal birdhouse as well, where the birds just come in for feeding. So let's move. I believe it's upstairs now. Right now we are going upstairs, and we are going to look at the bird sanctuary. We are going to be able to see loads of birds here being looked after and fed. So let's move upstairs. I believe we have to carry on going upstairs. Yes. Let's carry on, and we will get there. And obviously we can't miss, because when we will see birds, we will know we are in the right place. So, yes, we will need to carry on. Obviously, birds live upstairs, so that's why we have to go to them. They can't come to us. Here we go. There, here. Right. There are a variety of birds, mainly pigeons, and they come here again. They come here and they are being looked after. Again, I'll try and gather more information from the local person here as well. આપણે વડીલ બધા કબૂતર આવે એટલે એને કઈ લાઈબુ એટલે આવે કે
ઉડી ન શકતા હોય ને એવા જ હોય.
હા, so these are the
અને આપણે આ સંક્રાંત ના હોય એ બધું
બરોબર.
સંક્રાંત ના છે ને જે કઈ ઈજડ હોય, આખું ગવાઈ ગયેલા, વાય મેરા થઈ ગયેલા હોય, ઉડી ન શકે ને મતલબ માં ઈ જ આપણે
એ બધા આવી શકે.
બસ ઈ જ આવે.
So the gentleman raised a very good point. Usually in India, in Rajkot, we have this kite flying festival called Makar Sankranti, and it's a great festival. Lots of people fly kites, colorful kites, and it's lovely. But there is a competition as to who can cut other person's kite, and in order to do that, they have really strong threads. Now, these birds, when they are flying, obviously they don't know that there is a kite flying festival going on. So they'll just keep on flying, and they'll pass and go across this thread, and they'll get injured. There were about 400 pigeons that got injured during this Sankranti, which falls on 14th January, and they were straight away looked after by Animal Helpline. There was special rescue center set up for the injured birds, and those birds were being operated. Probably we can see on this bird, it must have got injured, and now it's been operated, and it's come here. Gradually it's going to recover. Once it gets its wing properly back, then it will be released into the wild. So there are so many birds that were injured. They were straight away operated upon in the rescue center on the day of 14th January. Then they were brought here and they are left here. Besides that, as the gentleman said, there are birds that are unable to fly outside. They may have been reported. Then ambulances will go and pick them up. There are birds who may have got injured. Again, they were on the report. They are brought here. All the necessary treatments are carried out, and this is normal bird center. Now, because it's to do with either wing or something like that, they won't be kept downstairs. They'll be just left here. And pigeons, they need a lot of room. That's why they are all kept here. And as we can see, they are all truly mingling with each other, enjoying each other's company. And probably this helps them to recover fast because they are in their own company. They are being regularly fed, and they are all sort of eating, and they are drinking water. So all the facilities are given to them. And once the experts decide that they are fully recovered, then gradually they'll be released in the wild, in the sky. There are a couple of hens as well. So this is ideal place for hens, pigeons, other birds to be kept. Yeah, so all the care has been taken to have all the birds together here and amongst their own company. They can enjoy, recover fast, and go back to the wild. Great. Let's go down. So now I have the privilege of being with the doctors, and I believe they are interns. એટલે તમે internship ઉપર છો. અચ્છા. તો તમારો અનુભવ, what is your experience so far? કેવો છે અનુભવ?
બહુ સરસ છે સર, અહીંયા બહુ સારું કામ થાય છે.
બરોબર. તમારી કોઈ યાદગાર વાત તમે કહી શકો કે તમે આવ્યા તો તમે કંઈ કર્યું, તમે કંઈ કર્યું?
ઘરનું બહુ સારું છે, અહીંયા સેવાનું કામ જે થાય એ બહુ યાદ રહે એ ટાઈપનું છે.
બરોબર.
બહુ સરસ.
તમે કોઈ એવા ઓપરેશનમાં કે કોઈ ટ્રીટમેન્ટમાં ઇન્વોલ્વ થયા કે જ્યાં તમને એમ થયું કે આ ચેલેન્જિંગ છે ને સારું મેં કર્યું કે આ પક્ષી કે આ પ્રાણી બચી શક્યું?
પરમ દિવસે અહીંયા સીસીએનનું કેસ હતું, તો એમાં બીજે દિવસ સારું એવું ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ આવ્યું.
CCN એટલે
સેરેબ્રો કોર્ટિકલ નેક્રોસિસ.
okay. So day before yesterday the doctor is saying there was CCN case here, and because of their action the recovery was quicker and it brought a very good result. અને આ કેનું હતું?
ગોટમાં.
હા, બકરીનું હતું. અને આ લોકોની મહેનતના હિસાબે એનું સારું પરિણામ આવ્યું અને બકરીને સારું થયું અને બચી. તમારા કોઈનું કાંઈ બીજું કેવું છે?
એમ ટ્યુઝડે સરે ઓપરેટર સીઝન સેક્શન બીચમાં then 3 puppy take and 3 whole dead. Season section કરીને remove કરવામાં.
Okay. So again, very good. Yeah, so as the doctor said, there was a dog here, female dog, and it had 3 cubs, but they were all dead, and they carried a cesarean operation and took them out. So just imagine that if these doctors were not there, and if that dog was lying outside, probably the dog itself would have died. The mother would have died along with the 3 children, may have been crushed by a vehicle, who knows. So it's thanks to these doctors that all this care is being given to these animals who are just stray and roaming around in the streets. Come on, okay.
Before last 2 days, we did 2 surgery, horn cancer surgery in cattle. They have many problems in their horn, and the bleeding will occur in their damaging part.
Okay.
So we plan of surgery. For one day we have to give off it to the animal for 24 hours, and after that we have planned for egg surgery. Then two cattle.
Okay.
We did the surgery. We removed the horn by the base of the head.
Very good. I mean, I don't need to say anything. The doctor explained it so well. But it's so critical, the job that they are doing. That is amazing. And this is all, please remember, this all depends on donations from people like you. That these doctors are able to do all this work. Because one thing we need to keep in mind is this is purely run on compassion. That when I get injured and I feel pain, what people think here who are involved in this is that this animal or this bird is feeling the same pain. Now, if I was to get injured, maybe so many people will look after me. They will rush me to the hospital. But we need to start thinking that, like these doctors, that let's start thinking about that for our fellow living beings who are living on the same planet. We are all we've got the same home. We are here maybe for a short time. We have got our death and birth and death dates ready as well. So whilst we are here, let's try and show compassion towards these living beings who are our fellow living beings. So this is great what these doctors are doing. Sir, would you like to say?
यहाँ का मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम काफ़ी अच्छा है सर. स्ट्रेट डॉग के लिए इतना कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे वो सिस्टम है, तो काफ़ी अच्छा है, गुड है सर. तो यहाँ के लिए डोनेशन का तो बनता है सर. स्टेज एक्सीडेंट का केस है तो उसका किया एक्सीडेंट, और अभी ट्रीटमेंट एक्सीडेंट का अंदर चल रहा है, तो वो भी काफ़ी अच्छा है सर. तो आई सेट है.
Very shortly, I'll say, the doctor explained it very well in Hindi, that he is very impressed with the management and the system and the way everything is run here. The best thing, as he described, is that immediate attention is paid to any cases, and already the treatment starts as soon as the animals or the birds come here. Thank you so much, all the doctors. Welcome back, and now we are with
Jigar.
Dr. Jigar. And so we'll try and find out more about Animal Helpline, Shri Karuna Foundation Trust. So Dr. Jigar, it's very nice to meet you. And for how long have you been here?
I have been here for 5 months now.
Okay.
Yes.
And since you have come, can you tell me a bit about your experience? What have you noticed?
I just passed out and joined here.
Okay.
The experience here is pretty good here.
Okay.
But I think the main experience here is that the doctor is very good.
Right.
They help us. He helps us in the experience for the cases.
Okay.
He tells us that we can do anything.
Right. Sure.
Yes.
So do you have a set time, or is this run full 24 hours?
This runs full 24 hours.
Okay.
But we assistants have times according to the routes.
Sure. But the good thing for people who bring in injured animals is they can bring anytime.
Yes.
At night, day, anytime. They can come and they will be looked after.
Yes.
Okay. So how many birds and animals are there at the moment? In
This
the shelter?
moment,
Yeah.
there are probably 25 cows
Okay.
and 400 pigeons are there.
Okay.
And 15 to 20 dogs will be there.
Sure.
Shelter.
Okay. And so has this been running for long? Any ideas of how long this animal helpline is?
It's been running for 12 years now.
Or 12 years now. Okay. And any idea as to how many cows or birds may have been treated so far?
So far, the number is 450,000
Oh, 450,000.
Yes.
That is cows, birds, everything.
total
Wow.
cases.
So any charge being made any time, or is all totally free?
Totally
free.
Totally free.
Very good. So what do you think? Where are we going in future?
In future, I think there should be more ambulances,
Sure.
more awareness about animals,
Yes.
more awareness about preserving animals,
Very good. Yes. Yeah.
treating animals,
Yeah.
and if we get more donations,
Yeah.
we can look through the future.
Sure. So this is very good point from the expert himself. I mean, so far I've been saying things, but I mean I've been saying from my experience. But now we get to hear from the expert that we can do with more ambulances. We can do with more compassion, and obviously all the doctors are here. So we have got very good team here to look after, to sort of treat the animals and birds, and they are working 24 hours. And it's thanks to donors like you that all this work is being carried out. Kind request to all the donors is, please do not think that you will pay a little amount and somebody pays for the ambulance. Everything is important. Whoever pays for ambulance may be a millionaire. That is as important as if you were to pay £1, £5, $10 or 100 rupees. Everything will be counted, because small operations that are carried out on pigeons or birds, they may not cost that much, but your small donation will make one pigeon go back into the sky, a happy bird. So any small donation, big donation is welcome. Obviously, as the doctor said, that we need more ambulances, we need motorbikes. So any donors who want to make good donation, again, it's a good place. And the beauty is that you will be provided with all the up-to-date information about where your donation will be used. And in future, you can visit this place anytime. You are most welcome. They are open to everybody. And you can even ask them that, I'd made this donation, what happened, and you will get full report. So let's as these people are showing compassion 24 hours a day, probably people like you and me who are living in complete material world and thinking about ourselves, let's try and at least start thinking about showing compassion and maybe make some contribution. Little or small is going to go a long way. Thank you so much, doctor.
And
a
it's
pleasure
not
meeting
just
you.
about the treatment,
Yes.
but in full Rajkot city,
Yeah.
we are giving rotis and milk
Sure.
24 hours
So,
to dogs.
yeah, so doctor is saying that there are variety of services being carried out, seva being done. Like dogs, stray dogs are being fed with milk and rotlo, like chapati. So they are being fed. There are fish which are being fed in the water. They are given sort of flour bowls. Yeah. So there's a variety of services being carried out. But this is the main crux whereby the injured animals and birds are being treated. Thank you so much, doctor. Pleasure meeting you. And thank you all so much. Jai Shri Krishna, Pranam. I'm in Rajkot now, and it's lovely there. I'm visiting Animal Helpline, which is run by